Welcome back, everyone. Today I have another video. Today we have doing it again, the national champion Andrew Dovale, with another deck, Baby Vegeta. He just took the trophy this weekend. Yeah, tell us about the deck.
Alright guys, so this was a deck created by me, Jonathan, Emil, Marquis, so a lot of the testing, so a lot of love went into this one. It's a really strong deck, you'll see a lot of it. Basically combines the baby, or some of what we think are the stronger baby cards, and then puts the generic good black cards and mixes them together, and the outcome is very powerful. So I'll try to explain a little bit, but I'll give you guys a general, just a list. Alright, so for the brainwash package, or the machine mutant, whatever you want to call it, you're looking at these bad boys. So this is the count that we ended up on. You could go higher, you could go lower, it really just depends. This one felt a little superfluous, so you can probably cut this for the bola. I never really needed it, and I think it would serve a similar purpose, so this one's definitely the worst. But these ones are all very strong. So we play the one cost baby because it lets us cheat energy, and we're leader locked on this one, so that's one thing that you do need to play this leader for, besides the effect to just being able to combo with all these guys in rest mode is so strong. But basically what you're going to be able to do with this one is bring out your twos. It's usually one of these two most of the time, for one energy. So you'll do your big play, your 4-drop or your 3-drop or whatever, and then at the end of it, you'll play this. Now note that when you play this guy, or use his effect, you're locked out of playing battle cards for the turn. So sometimes you have to show your hand and tell your opponents what you're going to do, but that's fine because what you're going to do is so powerful that it doesn't matter too much. And then you're going to use this to combo, let's say on the leader, you'll swing, you'll combo to 30, you'll bring out the trunks, right? He buys back 2, so you'll probably swing with him, you'll combo to 30 from hand, and then now you'll swing with another battle card or whatever you played for that turn, combo him off, and add back the 2 pieces. So basically you just comboed for 20k, or you swung 30, and then another +5 on another attack for free because you're going to buy back all the cards.
That is the strongest thing that you can do with this leader.
Yeah, that is the strength of this leader. That is why this leader is, in my opinion, busted.
Well, honestly, it's this card that is broken.
Yeah. I mean, this interaction here, if you had to do this for 2, it would be okay, probably. Still really strong, but being able to do it for 1 and recycle all of the pieces is just really strong. Also, all of these guys are 10Ks for some reason, so that's also insane.
It does help, yeah.
This is our main removal in the mid game so that we don't fall too far behind. There's a lot of strong 4-drops. Jiren and the mirror, there's a lot of 4-drops. Nappa, stuff like that. Just you have a lot of things that you want to get rid of. You deal with 3s pretty easily with Kamehameha and the grade 8 baby, but 4s you want this, and anything higher, Bardock or Para takes care of. So very strong card. I sometimes just play it early. I use it to bounce back my opponent's Glorios, stuff like that, right? It's really good card. And then this one is a nice filler late game advantage piece. So it's going to allow you to search any of these guys. It's a top 4 search, so mostly you're gonna look for this one, obviously. I think I whiffed once on him. He also searches this one, by the way, the grade 8 baby. I guess we can throw him into the machine mutant package if we want to, so that way you know there's at least a few more targets. He can also search himself, so you're very unlikely to whiff. I think I whiffed once the entire tournament, so you could go higher, but it's unlikely that you'll need it. Then he'll come down, he'll swing. Either you can throw a 10 on him and make him 30, and then you'll combo him off as a 10 in rest mode, so you'll get that on your leader swing, so you'll get another 30 on your opponent.
Yeah, once you have an established board, it's a really strong play.
Yeah, this is like a good late game. My opponent's at 1 life, I'm gonna kill them, just get advantage, or you just have extra energy, or if you just don't have anything better to do, sometimes it's what you got to do. So it's never terrible. It was nice as a 10K. And it came up a lot for me. Yeah, another thing, this basically, the 30 game plan is really good, except probably against like Jiren, but even then they stop drawing cards, so getting cards out of their hand is good. But basically you just want to swing 30 at your opponent once they're awakened as much as humanly possible. And it's really easy to do with this deck. So it starts breaking their hand really fast, and you start getting a lot of information. They'll be like out of super combos, or there's some games where people were giving me two tens, so now they don't have fives and stuff. So it's really, really strong. It gives you a lot of information with how much you're swinging for 30. Because if you're just swinging for base, you don't get where you want to get to as fast. So this deck has that speed. And that's this package. And then we'll just go into the generic good black stuff that just lets the deck flow. I'm going to keep this one here because I do think he is a generic black card for later that I'll explain. Things that you can do with him. We have 4 Glorio. Just an overstated, really oppressive card. Generally, you want to go first with this deck, almost always. So far, every time I won the dice roll, I decided to go first. Put my opponent on the marker. If they don't break the marker turn 1, I get a 2-drop, 25k, 4-drop on the board.
That just draws a card.
That draws me a card. So, and if they don't break the marker again, I might just play another one. So, these guys are really hard to remove. If they get bounced to your hand, you're like, cool, it's a 10k that drew me a card. And my opponent had to like deal with it. And if not, it's just going to pressure your opponent's board or their life. It's really good against blue. They really don't. They have to break the marker and the mirror. It's annoying to deal with. So watch. This guy's really, 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 really strong. You should play 4 because every time you get to go first, you want this guy on your second.
You always put the opponent on.
Yeah. 3 para. I wish I could play more, but I'm trying to keep a 50 card deck because I want to keep things super consistent. This one just lets you deal with the big things of the world, the 6-drop secret rares. I use it a lot against like 5-drop Vegeta, 6-drop Vegeta. I played quite a few blue decks against droids, anything that they have, the 6-drop androids, 5-drop Gohans, 8-drop Brolys. It doesn't matter. This card is just, for what it does, it's too strong. We don't have Hercule to recycle it, but you just keep these in the matchups where it's going to matter for later on in the game, and you just have them when you need them. Usually you just need 1. Sometimes you'll want the second, which is why I played 3. And I know the matchups where I'm going to need it. I know the games where I'm going to need it, and I just save it. And it's very, very impactful. Usually game winning. So very important card. It's kind of one of the cards that allows black to do the control or slower game plan. Trunks. Trunks is really good. He's not important in every matchup, but he's an awakener at worst. He is a 5k. Most of the deck is 10ks. I think the deck has 20 10ks. And just like 12 5ks, and not much 0 combo. So this is a, that's kind of fine as well. You're usually over comboing a lot. Like your opponent swings for 25, for 20. Sometimes you're just giving them 10s because that's all you have. So you have good combo power in the deck. But this guy's worth it because he takes a life. He sets you up. A lot of the times what you'll do is a good line, for example, against decks that have removal is if you're going first, you play this on 3. So this is the other Awakener that gives you the marker, just a very strong card, very pretty card too. What you can do is to give yourself the marker, you can play this on 3 and then immediately the next turn do this into this. That's a very, very strong line. It helps you awaken, it puts a lot of pressure on the board, and now you have the marker.
You have protection.
And these 2 guys are protected. And this is a very powerful unit on the board. It's 30k, it's going to deal with your opponent's small stuff. They don't want to have to deal with this guy. So that's a lot of the play lines that you'll take, for example. This guy's also really good going second. If you don't have on your turn 2, he's basically free because you use the marker and you get it right back. And that can set you up for a 4-drop secret rare or a lot of other lines as well. So it's really solid. I think that this package, letting you awaken and letting you control the board early, they're relevant beat sticks. They turn sideways when they need to. This one you should be careful with. Sometimes he just leaves them standing just because you don't have to defend them if your opponent's like for example against Android's leader. I rarely turn this sideways because they can swing 30 into it and now I'm forced to defend it. I don't want to do that. Sometimes I'll just want to take that if they go at leader. So you can leave this one standing and it has really good. Note that if you do leave multiple trunks on board, they can pop both. So usually you just want to put one on board.
Yeah, depending on the board state.
Yeah. And yeah, this one, like I explained, is just a generic good card. Good beater. Was coming in really good throughout the day. I had him every time I needed him. And yeah, he just wins. He's subtle, but he wins games.
Yeah.
It's a very good card. We have, I guess I'll go in order because I played 4 of this one. The reason I played 4 of this one is not because I think he's necessarily better than the monkey. I do think the monkey is better for this deck, but the thing is you need ways of generating the marker because you play 10 times 10 Kamehameha, you play the para, and there's just some turns that you want to set up. Like you want to go into your 5-drop Bardock with the marker, or you want to do a play and there's also for the trunks you need the marker. So there's a lot of things that you need the marker for. So I do think this guy's great. Like if you get him out early, he lives. He starts drawing you cards. He's insane. But mostly I play 4 because I just want to be able to make the marker when I need to, which is another reason why I would put Bolo in the deck. But yeah, really just great stat line, 30k, swing, make a marker. Anytime you untap with this, you feel like you're just winning the game. So your opponent has to deal with it immediately. If they don't, they just lose. So it's just a really strong card in general. 3 of the baby. A few cute things you can do. You can play Glorio off of this if someone has the marker. You can play your 2-drop Trunks. You can play your Goten. A lot of times if your opponent has like a 3 and a 4, you'll do this into the Goten. You'll swing, clear the 3, combo the 2, return the 4, and now with 1 card you got backboard control. Really strong card. You need it in a lot of matchups. I think all black decks should be playing this plus Goten to deal with the board states. 3 Bardock, just wanted to make sure I had it. Really important against red. You want to play this. A lot of the time, this is a play where I want the marker. I can do this plus the 1-drop, swing at red decks specifically. Combo on my leader attack, break their board with the activate battle, and then I still have this 35k and I don't turn him sideways. So if they play Secret Rare Goku, they can't
Answer him.
They can't answer him, and then I have the answer on board. So really good against Jiren and Daimon and all this stuff. Really good card against red. Really, it's just a great finisher in general. Your opponent has to respect it because you're playing it at 3. 2 Kamehameha and 2 Resisting Destiny. Just great at finishing the game. Sometimes you need that extra. You do a lot of pushing, you get a lot of advantage, and you just want that extra finishing power. Goes well with the Gohan that I'm playing, but you don't really need it for that reason. I think it's just a good card in general for closing out games. The times 10 Kamehameha, just when you have it, sometimes it's just backbreaking in certain board states. Like I cleared 2 Nappas with this very often, and it's just your opponent invests a lot and you're able to clear with 1 energy. It just feels really, really brutal. So this card's a must. I don't know if it's 2 or 3. We had 3 at once, but 2 seemed okay for me. And then 4 Bola, super combo obviously. But yeah guys, that's the deck. Go ahead and try it out. We're gonna get a lot more people playing this, I assume, because it's just that powerful.
Yeah. And the meta will have to just evolve, and because it's not like it's an unbeatable deck.
Yeah,
like,
I think we got people off guard with it, but it will need to adapt.
Right. Thank you.
Thank you guys.